Good morning, St. Francis. It is Monday, August the 30th, 2021, Monday of the 22nd week of the year, the 22nd week in Ordinary Time. I am coming to you from a very odd spot this morning. This barren wasteland, as you see, that was once covered with trees, is now the site of the Columbarium's extension. So the Columbarium extension will be right behind that wall right over there. Now, again, to see this barrenness on a campus that had a Franciscan tradition might seem out of place and odd, but I have been told that once the Columbarium extension comes in, we will be replanting and replenishing the trees that had to be cut down so that it could be put into place. Again, the idea as a place that remembers the dead, it also has to be a place that gives life, because death leads to life in our tradition, and we have to make sure that we maintain that, especially here at the Catholic community of St. Francis. So just in case you are all wondering, why there is this barren wasteland right over here, it will be redeveloped into an extension of our Columbarium, which is again right beyond those walls right over there. In today's readings, Thessalonians takes us to those fantastic passages about rapture, about God collecting, some of us and just leaving some of us behind. Again, that's not necessarily what's being said. What is being said is, again, the fact that God collects everything that God creates to go to live with God, at the end of time, at the end of our time, whatever it is. God wills the salvation of all people, not just a few, not just a chosen few, but everyone, which is, again, remarkable, sometimes given the world in the way in which we live today. Do not listen to Hollywood or wonderful little dime store novels that try to show the rapture as something that is God picking and choosing. God has picked, God has chosen, and God has picked and chosen everyone, everything, all of creation, because God made it to begin with. So the lesson from Thessalonians is to look forward to that time. Again, when God is all in all, when Christ is all in all, and we are united finally with the one who brought us into existence and open to the realities and the wonders of what that existence offers to us. We move from Matthew's Gospel now today into Luke's Gospel, and Luke 4, which we will hear at the beginning of Ordinary Time, Winter Ordinary Time, this upcoming year when we enter into the year of Luke. And it is Jesus in the synagogue in Nazareth, proclaiming the scriptures from Isaiah to be fulfilled, where a year of liberation is held, the oppressed go free, the blind see, the mute speak, the deaf hear. All of these things that Isaiah forecasted is now going to happen because Christ is in the midst of the people. But then Jesus screws it all up. It seems, because he talks about then everyone's impressed by him. Everyone thinks that he's saying so many eloquent things, son of the carpenter, etc., etc. But then he thinks that, you just think that I speak well, but I'm not going to be accepted for what I'm going to do here. And when they hear that, then they want to go kill him. And then he has to go away from their midst. Again, the striking realities is that sometimes God challenges us, even amidst the wonderful eloquence and the wonderful goodness and things like that we seek and that we experience in our life. It isn't just about getting what we want out of life. It isn't just being impressed by God or making sure that God listens to us and answers our needs. It is about being challenged by God, because it is in that challenge that transformation happens. It is in that challenge that we are opened up to new horizons and new realities in our lives. It is in that challenge that we see what is true and what is false, what is good and what is not so good for us, what is the reality of God and what are the false gods that we create for ourselves. To not be challenged by God is not to enter into a life of faith that enriches us. To not be challenged by God is not to be able to be brought into that life that only God can give us. And may the Lord give you his peace.